Hello lovelies, welcome to ms.spellings pick-up pile. For this pick-up pile, we'll be doing messages that are in store for you this upcoming lunar eclipse. As you may know, a lunar eclipse usually occurs when there is a full moon, and a full moon signifies things coming to an end, things coming to a close. So watch out for any messages that there may be for you in this time. If you already have chosen your preferred pile, the timestamps are in the description box below. Otherwise, you can pause this video now and meditate upon the pile that you would like to choose. For the first pile, we have the blue feather. For the second pile, we have the brown feather. And for the third pile, we have the green feather. So see you in a bit, and let's get on to your messages. So welcome to those who chose the first pile, or the blue feather. Let's get into your reading. From the Moonology deck, we have a full moon in Leo. Don't let pride get in your way. From the Kalikasan deck, we have the High Priestess. From the Modern Witch Tarot, we have the Queen of Cups, the Chariot, Chariot, and the Hierophant reversed. And from the Wild Unknown Tarot, we have the Seven of Wands and the Five of Pentacles reversed. Now, let me just take a look at the cards and I'll get into your reading in a bit. I feel like you've been working hard on something, you've been persevering, working really hard on something, but I feel like you're expecting too much from it, like you're expecting different results, and this has led to some disappointments for you. The full moon in Leo, I think, is really more on talking about your pride getting in the way of these expectations, getting in the way of you fully celebrating what you deserve. Especially with the Queen of Cups here, I feel like it's saying that you aren't appreciating the things that you have. You have to keep a clear mind, a clear perspective on things, but that's not necessarily what you have right now. I find it interesting because your two earth energies here, the Pentacles card and the Hierophant, which is represented by Taurus, are in reverse. So I feel like really your sense of practicality is being blurred by certain expectations that you have about what you're currently working on, whatever it is, whether it could also be a relationship, but I mostly feel that it is a passion thing, a career thing, a project that you've been building up towards, but it's not necessarily manifesting. Now with High Priestess here, your other female energy here in this deck, it tells you to look within, to try to discern the reality of where you're currently at. Try to realistically assess the situation. I feel like you're raring to go. Yes, with the Chariot here, you're raring to go, you're raring to do things. You want to start on your journey. The Chariot is a card of travel as much as it is a card of home. You want to start exploring things and to see what else is out there for you. But realistically speaking, you have to hold your horses, as they say. You have to hold your horses and not let these disappointments get the better of you. But at the same time, seeing things as they really are. I feel like this thing, whatever it is, this project of yours, gave you, might sound a bit dramatic, but it gave you a spark, a light in the dark. It seems like a big, passionate idea that you have. It feels like you found your muse, and so you won't settle for anything less. You have two major arcana cards here, from the Modern Witch Tarot, and the Samata ng Kalikasan deck is a major arcana deck, so the High Priestess is already given. But anyway, so you have three major arcana cards here, and it does speak about major life things. So I feel like this, whatever it is, it matters a lot to you, and so you wouldn't want to settle for any less. But again, the cards do remind us that settling isn't necessarily a bad thing. I feel like you would feel that it would belittle your efforts, or make you feel like a small person. But you have to remember why you're doing this in the first place. Is your ambition really to get recognition? Is it to gain power, to gain fame? Or is it really about the passion itself? Is it about doing what you want to do despite everything? You have to ask yourself these questions, so that you'd be able to assess your situation properly. And the High Priestess is here because she calls on you to look within. Again, asking yourself the hard questions, assessing your situation realistically. The High Priestess's veil of knowledge is very thin. She's not safeguarding anyone against it, but it is something that you have to find out for yourself. It's something that you have to discover for yourself. The knowledge that she keeps. She's not necessarily like the Hierophant, which is holds keys to his trove of knowledge. The High Priestess would be more like a guardian rather than a gatekeeper. Sorry for digressing there, but there. Sorry, my phone rang, and I'm recording with my phone, so just ignore that. Anyway, so there. It's not, the answers that you seek are not so hard. I feel like you're making this a bigger deal than it actually is. I'm getting the feeling that this problem, quote unquote problem, isn't necessarily something that would overturn your life path or the project that you've set out to do for yourself. It's more of just an internal worry that you're maybe not getting what you deserve. But again, I feel like with the Five of Pentacles here, with this disappointment in reverse, it kind of says that you aren't necessarily being cheated of what you deserve. It's just not what you expect. You may even be getting more than what you asked for if you looked at it in a different way. If you just try to think about things, calm down for a bit, really look within yourself, then maybe you'd realize that the returns that you're getting from this project are not so bad after all. And again, don't let pride get in your way. Don't let yourself tell you otherwise, that you're getting enough. At the same time, I don't think this card necessarily tells you to belittle yourself. It's just learning when to know that the effort that you're putting in is being rewarded with the right amount of rewards. And so, final messages that there may be for us in this pile. I feel like with with the water energy of the Chariot, the Queen of Cups, and the High Priestess, I feel like you really do care a lot about this project. It matters a lot to you. It speaks a lot to your emotions. And interestingly, these cards at the same time tell you to mellow down in that sense, to put your emotional self on hold for a while and really see what it is that you need to do and what else is in store for you. I think that being emotional at this moment is a blockage to whatever it is that you still want to achieve, to this passion project that was ignited in you. So yeah, I feel like just thinking a bit less with your heart in this moment and more with your rational self, with your intellect, could actually be beneficial. I know there are no swords in this reading, which are usually associated with air, intellect, rationality, but maybe that's why there are no swords in this reading, because that's what's lacking at the moment, and that's what you need to have for assessing this situation. So there. If you like that reading, Group 1, please consider leaving a like, comment, or subscribe. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you here again on my channel soon. Hi, Group 2. This reading is for you if you chose the brown feather. Let's get into your cards. From the Moonology deck, we have a fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. From the Samata ng Kalikasan deck, we have the Chariot. From the Modern Witch Tarot, we have the Ace of Cups, the Sun, that's the Sun card, and here it is, the Tower. And from the Wild Unknown deck, we have the Five of Wands in reverse and the Hanged Man. First of all, can I just say that the cards kind of have a bit of a sense of humor here, with fiery climax approaching and the Tower both in one set. But I don't necessarily think that the appearance of the Tower here is a bad thing, especially since it's paired with the Sun and the Chariot and the Ace of Cups. Though I do think that whatever it is that's going to come your way, or whatever it is that's starting to end, it will not necessarily end the way that you think it would. The Ace of Cups here, I definitely feel like there's something new that's going to be offered to you, an offer of love, an offer of something that you're passionate about coming in. And with the Chariot, this could involve some travel, some movement. It could be moving away from... Oh, okay. So it could be moving away from something that tore your life apart, something toxic, something that was not healthy for you, and it could be leading you to better times ahead. That could be one reading for this. With the Five of Wands reversed, I definitely feel like things are starting to come together for you. Things are starting to become clear, and maybe that's why, maybe this Chariot energy is you deciding to leave this negative situation that has left you. But with a Hanged Man, it says that there's also this element of surrender. You're you're moving on, you're moving forward is not something that is entirely within your control. The universe is actually guiding you more towards that movement, that moving away, towards this Ace of Cups. Um, so there's a sense of an ending here, with the fiery climax approaching and the Tower and the Ace of Cups. Sense of an ending. You you might you might want to you might be instinctively pushed to hang on to whatever this is, but I feel like the universe is telling you that it's no longer for you. It's time for you to move on. There are better things coming. There are better things that are about to come your way with the sun. It feels like you were for such a long time stuck in a tower, in a rut. I feel like the thunder striking down this tower is something welcoming. It's a welcome thing. It's striking down your defenses. It may seem a bit daunting, may seem like your world is falling apart in this moment, but just know that you just have to trust that the sun will shine again, and you might even get to see things that are better for you. With the Chariot also, I feel like there's a sense of nostalgia. Again, you might instinctively want to go back to this thing, this person, this environment that was so toxic for you. But the Chariot always moves forward despite looking back, despite having that Cancer energy of being drawn to its home. The Chariot says that no, we're starting to move forward in this life. We are no longer going to stay where we are, and we're going to welcome something new. We're going to welcome the Ace of Cups. If you notice, that's the hand of the universe reaching out, pure offering of emotional satisfaction for you. Wherever you were, it definitely was not some place that seemed to make sense. In this Wild Unknown Tarot, the Five of Wands is depicted as five sticks that just don't seem to match each other. There is no sense in this pairing, in this situation. It doesn't seem to be your final stop, your final destination. And though it may seem like things are safer here, things are more comfortable. This could be your comfort zone, actually. This senseless place might feel like a comfort zone. It will deceive you into thinking that it is where you belong, but it's actually not. You could be compelled to hang on to it, to try and martyr yourself for it, but the universe is telling you that no, it's definitely something else. Something else is out there for you. You just have to start moving forward. Hang on to that forward moving energy. Now, I feel like the conclusion of this moving away of yours, this moving on, may not necessarily be the cleanest one. Maybe that's why the Tower and this full moon in Aries are here. It might get a bit messy, if you get my drift. It might get a bit messy, and you might decide to might second guess yourself. Am I making the right decision? Is this the right thing to do? Am I on the right path, well, maybe this is a sign that it is, that you are, that it is the right decision, that you are on the right path, that you have to trust yourself to know what your worth is, to get to where you need to be. There is something waiting for you, something better, something much more satisfying than where you currently are. You have to let go. You have to let yourself out from the long night that you're currently in. I know it's a bit hard, especially if you've gotten used to being abused, being taken for granted, but just remember that that is not what anybody deserves. People deserve to be loved like human beings, and in that sense, whether this is a toxic relationship, a toxic job, just definitely not something that you've lost interest in, then it's okay. I mean, you deserve to move forward. You it may not be the cleanest cut, but eventually you will see the light again. I think the Tower card can be poetic in the sense in that it always says that these changes are necessary so that you can build something new from them again. The tower is broken down so that something new could be built from its old foundations, and so there's that. Final messages for us before we move on to the next group. Okay, yeah. So I see, if you're looking for timeline, I feel that with these three cards, so the tower begins, a tower moment will come first for you. You might have to prepare for that, and then eventually you'll be forced to start moving forward with the Chariot. And it may take a while, it may seem a bit endless, but you will eventually reach the Sun and the Ace of Cups. So just trust in that process. Just believe that things will eventually work out. Thank you so much for your time, Group 2. If you liked what you heard, leave a like, comment, or subscribe. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you again in my channel soon. Hi Group 3, this reading is for you if you chose the green feather. Let's get into your reading. From the Moonology deck, you have First Quarter Moon, your commitment is being tested. From the Samata ng Kalikasan deck, we have Strength. From the Modern Witch Tarot, you have the Ten of Cups, the King of Cups, and the Six of Cups. Wow, all cups. And from the Wild Unknown Tarot, you have the Sun and the Daughter of Swords reversed. Sorry, the King of Cups a while ago and the Six of Cups were also reversed. Okay, so for this reading, I feel like someone is feeling a bit discontent with where they currently are. Your commitment is being tested. I feel like someone feels that they still want to explore what's out there for them with the Sun. And with the Ten of Cups, that feels a bit impossible right now because you have everything you've ever wanted. You manifested this, Group 3. You finally have the things that you said you'd always wanted to have. But again, with the sun, there's this shiny new thing that's distracting you from feeling content. Whatever it is, whether it's a person, place, a thing, moving away or moving into something, you want to run into this and really disregard what you currently have. Now, what the cards are telling you is to stay strong in your commitment. Well, some people always think that entering a new thing requires strength, but staying in something also requires the same amount of commitment. And I feel that this applies to this situation as well. With the Daughter of Swords here in reverse, it definitely says that your curiosity, your desire to see something is not going to be fruitful. I'm not completely discouraging you because, there's always this room for error, this margin of error in readings, but at the same time, I feel like the cards are really telling me that whatever it is, it's just a shiny new object that catches your attention. The discontent is more of because you feel like you've stagnated. You feel like there's nothing out there for you anymore to explore. The Ten of Cups is a card of completion, of emotional fulfillment, of happiness. And I also feel like you've forgotten how hard you wanted this in the first place. I feel like you've always wanted what you currently have. You've been manifesting it for so long. But at the same time, right now that you finally have it, you're having cold feet. Because you want to know what else is out there for you. And there may be something out there for you. There may be something that could be better or could be worse. But you're really in favor of that unknown. You're really disregarding what you currently have. You're being a bit indecisive as well, I feel, with the King of Cups here in reverse. You're being a bit indecisive. You feel like you want this, but you also don't want it, if that makes sense. And that really leads to a bit of a strange situation between you and where you're currently at. I feel like this could be someone who's currently in a long-term relationship, especially with all the cups here. I feel like you've been manifesting a person for so long, and right now that you finally have this person, have this dream relationship, could be that you are about to get married. I don't know why that suddenly popped into my head. It could be that you're in a long-term relationship or about to get married, but something else is blinding you. I always look at this version of the sun as a blinding light, whether it's in reverse or whether it's upright as it appeared here. I always look at it as a blinding light, something that is unhealthily distracting from things that are currently in front of us. I feel like there could be some nostalgia for a lost past, but an unhealthy kind of nostalgia. You're looking back to something that no longer exists, and you are looking at that in favor of something that is no longer there, putting aside what is there. I feel like your curiosity might get you in trouble. You could want to you could want to latch onto this new thing. You think it's something that you can manifest, but I feel like there's more trouble there than there is in staying where you currently are. So again, yeah, your commitment is being tested. What do you do when you already have everything that you've ever wanted, right? There's always this propensity in us as human beings to keep exploring, keep building, keep wanting more. Whereas sometimes wanting to stay in one place, commit to one person, also takes its own kind of strength. There's also its own kind of building blocks. So again, I feel that with these reversed cards here, there's something off, a bit off. There's something wonky in the energy, if I may say so myself. Especially with the overturned cups, it feels like emotional dissatisfaction is quite high. You want something, but you can't have it. And you have to ask yourself, do you really want it though? Do you really want whatever it is that you don't have? Or are you just getting bored with what you currently do have? Try to consider things. Your only swords card here is in reverse, so I feel like thinking rationally can be a bit of an impossible thing right now, but you have to try. You have to try to think rationally. You have to start to look into possibilities that might that you may not have considered before. So again, the Ten of Cups, definitely something that should bring you happiness, but with the sun appearing alongside it, you're blinded by wanting more. I wouldn't call it greed. It's just, yes, the first quarter moon definitely says that your commitment is being tested. You're in a place where you can't necessarily think straight, think clearly. You want the thrill. Yeah, definitely. You want the thrill of what you used to have chasing something, but the cards are saying that, hey, you already have it. What else are you looking for? What else are you waiting for? But if you realize at some point that what you already have may not necessarily be what you want anymore, if you rationally see it as something that no longer serves you, then it's okay to turn away. It's okay to turn your back on it and leave, but only when you finally considered all your choices rationally and taken them into consideration. Only then can you really say that you've given it thought, you've realized that it wasn't for you, and now you're moving away. Otherwise, I'd say that staying where you currently are is the best bet that you have right now. So there you have it, Group 3. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you liked what you heard, leave a like, comment, or subscribe here on my channel. I'll see you again soon. Bye now.